Concept 10, Header and Footer. Header and footers provide information that typically appear at the top and the bottom of each page in a document. It helps the reader locate information in a document. What we're going to do here is add a header and footer into this document, and I'm just going to throw it out there that this is a little tricky. It's not that tricky to put a header and footer in. However, the exercise that they take us through to show you can be a little tricky, so bear with me here. We're going to move to the table of contents page, and we're going to turn on display formatting markers. So we'll click those on our home tab. And we're going to select the hard page break line below the table of contents and press delete. I'm going to click on this, and delete. Instead, at the same location, I'm going to insert a next page section break. If you remember how to do that, you go to page layout, breaks are in the page setup group. We're going to come up here, and we're going to go section breaks, next page. And essentially it's the same thing, it's separating the two pages. However, if you just have a page break in there, it's still the same section. And because we put a section break, now this will be section 1 and this will be section 2. We can go ahead and turn off our formatting markers at this point. And we can open our Insert tab and go to our header and footer area here, and we're going to click on header. And from the gallery of header designs, we're going to choose sideline. So we're going to scroll down here, and you can see there's lots of different ones that you can use. Some are fancier than others, but they never like to give us the fancy ones, so we'll just use sideline. We'll click on that, and you can see it automatically populates with the title here. This is Tanzania and Peru. But sometimes we want to modify what we've already got there, and so that's what we're going to do. And so what we need to do is change our zoom to about 40%. There we go. So we're seeing about 6 pages at once right now. We're going to click the first header section 2 tab below the dotted header line on page 3. So you see here it says first page header section 2. So I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to click different first page. It's up here in my options. Then I'm going to open the Insert tab and click on Header. And in the Header and Footer group, I'm going to choose Sideline. I'm going to open the Header and Footer Tools Design tab right up here. And I'm going to click on Link to Previous to break the link. And I'm going to click Previous in the navigation group. And then I'm going to click Different First Page. And then I'm going to open up the Insert tab and click on Header. And choose Remove Header. And then see what you see I've done here is I've added a header and footer to both to all of these pages, but not to my title page and my table of contents page. Typically we don't put headers on those pages. That's why it's showing you how to do this. Again, if you found that a little tricky, it is a little tricky and it's a little hard to explain, but the idea is each page is linked to one another and we're breaking a link to connect 2 pages and then removing the header from one section, leaving the header in the other section. So hopefully that helps. If not, play it over again. Next, we're going to open the Design tab and click on Next in the navigation group to move to the section 2 header area. And I'm going to increase my zoom now back to 100%. And I'm going to choose, click on View Grid Lines. And that's on the Table Tools Layout tab. Table Tools Layout. View Grid Lines. And I'll show you my little grid lines for my footer or header there. Then I'm going to right click on the header text and I'm going to click on Insert. And then I'm going to choose Insert Columns to Right. And you'll see that it gives me another one. And then I'm going to insert one more column here to the right. So now I have 3 columns. And then after I've done that, I'm going to click on the Quick Parts on the Insert tab. And I'm going to choose Document Properties, Author. Make sure your student name is on the right side, and we're working now on the middle side to do the date. And I guess if you get them mixed up, it doesn't really matter. But here we're going to, in the middle cell, click on the Insert tab and go to Date and Time in the text group. And click there. And we are going to make sure we have an updating automatically. And click OK. And now we have a date, our title, and a name. And we're going to select and delete the date placeholder. And delete that. And then I'm going to choose Quick Parts instead. And in here, I'm going to choose Field. And I'm going to choose the date and time from the categories list. And I'm going to choose the format with the day, month, day, year, hours, and minutes. There we go. Click OK. It gives you a more exact time, I suppose. And it tells us that we can turn off our grid line. Next, I'm going to insert some page numbers. So I'm going to open up the Insert tab here, and I'm going to click on the footer area, and I am going to scroll the list and choose Conservative. I'm going to move to the Section 2 footer. I'm going to move to the Section 2 footer and hit Link to Previous. I'm going to move to the footer of Section 1. I need to reduce my zoom to do that again. I'm going to move to the footer of Section 1. And I'm going to click on the Footer button here and go to Remove Footer. I'm going to move to the footer on Section 2. And I'm going to click on Page Numbers. And I'm going to choose Format Page Numbers. Start the numbering with 1. And click OK. And then you can increase your zoom back to 100%. And essentially what we've done here is we've added in a footer page numbers only on the pages with stuff on, not the title or the table of contents, and they typically don't have either on them. And there you have it. Everything that you need to know in Microsoft Word. I hope you've enjoyed it.